I was called out by one of the biggest lockpickers on YouTube, and today, I'm snapping back.
No way, no way, no way!
Last year, I tried to learn lockpicking, but after an easy practice lock and over 3 hours of trying, I couldn't pick the same lock that this fella McNally could in under a second. And he called my failure out in front of his millions of subscribers. But after learning over 75 new skills in the past year, one little failure's fine. I'm fine. Unless you're meant to be learning fly fishing with your dad in a couple days using his old fly fishing gear, which is tucked away nice and safe in his shed, which I've just found out he's lost the keys for. So McNally, challenge accepted. He didn't challenge you. Challenge accepted. I'm gonna try and learn lockpicking again, and this time I need to learn it before the threat of my dad buying new bolt cutters happens. These are all the tools I could potentially need. But first, here's a 19-second recap of how these things even work. Because honestly, it's been over a year, and I need a recap myself. This is your basic tumbler lock. They are muchos common. You're probably using one of them somewhere right now. Inside, it has a rotating cylinder and these pretty little pins, which are all split at different points into two separate parts. When you put a key inside a lock, the valleys and ridges on the key push and line up the pin splits with the edge of the cylinder. And with a little bit of force, it turns and the lock opens. Different locks have different patterns of pin splits, which is why they only open using a specific key, or a lockpicking tool, or tools. But I'm just gonna use this basic ass hook tool. The idea is simple. You insert a little right angled tool and apply a little rotating force. Then use this hook fella to align the pins like a key would, one at a time. And with this see-through practice lock, it was so easy last time. So let me give it a go. And bosh, smooth as butter. I then covered it up with some tape to make sure that I could do it without looking. All right, let's give this a go. Bosh, easy. Which means it's time for the hell lock. This is the lock that I failed at opening last year, and remembering the pain of when I tried this the first time, I really didn't want to try again. But then my dad messaged. It feels like I'm back a year and a half ago. This is as impossible as it was back then. What's that fake definition of insanity? Doing the same things but expecting different results. Ain't it, Chief? Pretty sure that's it. I'm gonna watch that McNally video and see if I can scope out what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the comments and see if I can scope out what I'm doing wrong. The lock in his hand is nursery level. 2 hours of being dumb? Someone tell that boy he's trash. If he can't make it in 2 hours, I think he has other issues. These TikTokers are honestly more brain dead than skibbity iPad kids. Well, that was all kind of brutal. But even though there were a bunch more comments like this, there were actually some helpful ones too. Like, loads of people mentioned the amount of tension I was putting into that rotating force. So I looked into it and I found out that I might have been doing something massively wrong. So that rotating force is just to make sure that the pins slip over the lip of the edge and then stay where they are. And even though it didn't look like it to some people in my original video, I was putting a lot of force in, like maybe way too much force, and I was actually stopping the pins from actually moving over the edge in the first place. That's my little theory anyway. Also, right tool for right job came up a bunch. I found out that he's using what's called a 4-pin comb, which I don't have. But I looked into some other methods and these things called rakes, which you basically just jiggle about until the pins line up properly, I think. They could be useful, and I do have one of those. So, with my new knowledge, it was time to try again. But after another hour of trying, and even jiggling about that rake tool in every angle I could think of, still zero bueno. F this. Okay, even though I'm pretty much on the edge of giving up altogether, I actually managed to find the exact lock that my dad uses on his shed, so I figured I should at least give it half an hour and some proper effort trying to open that one, just in case. So I set everything up like before. I put the lever in, applied a little bit of rotating force, and slotted in the same simple hook tool. And honestly, I was expecting it to go exactly like before, until... No way, no way, no way! No way! Are you kidding me? That was first try. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with this lock? I cannot believe how insanely easy that was. And why does Hell Lock not want to budge? I've got to try this lock again, right? I got to make sure that wasn't complete fluke. That's locked. After confirming it wasn't a complete fluke, I wanted to practice a few more times to get the memory of Hell Lock out of my head. And after picking that lock over and over, 3, 2, 1, I managed to get it in under 5 seconds. Done. Stop the clock. I can't believe how easy this is. This is still blowing my mind. This whole thing has made me think about trying new things and failing at them. It's obviously all right to fail. It's all part of the process. But it's also all right to shelf something for a little bit and then come back to it and try again. So McNally, I might not be able to open Hell Lock still, but calling me out might have been exactly what I needed. If I can actually do it for real. All right, lever in, tiny bit of pressure. No. No way. That was just ridiculously easy. No way. All right. Oh my God. Dusty old fishing gear. Dad, put down the bolt cutters, bro. We're going fishing.
Nice! Oh, by the way, I picked up a new lock.